another great story. There was a group of passionate vegans who were commemorating raw meat.
Yeah.
Is this what this was? Derek, could you play this for
I don't
us?
know how new this video is, but I saw it going around this weekend on Twitter and whatnot. Just vegans paying their dues.
They're putting, okay, if you're listening, she's putting roses on 80-20 ground beef.
I mean, it really just speaks for itself. It's a funny thing to see.
And they're in black. They're in black.
They're in black. They have masks on. So, I don't know.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over.
So the vegans, they'll take the masks off. See, I mean, if you're vegan, that's fine. But I do want to let you know, when I go to the grocery store, I buy twice the amount to cancel out one of the vegans' actions.
Wasn't that an old podcast bit we did where we were anti-climate change? Where we buy private jets and we don't even take them.
I go to the grocery store, I leave my car running in the parking lot. I put a rock, not a stick, because I don't go to those places anymore, on the pedal. So it's just in neutral. And then I go in and I buy double the meat and I throw the other away.
Wow.
And then I look them vegan in the eyes and say,
You could never be a
Wasted
Chick-fil-A
time.
employee. Not a good citizen.
oh.
Katie, you are the closest thing in my life to a vegan. You are a Episcopalian.
Very close. Yes, very close.
So I would like to know, Katie, you're a Lutheran. What is your stance on, I know the word pescatarian. What do you think of the vegans' choices here, putting the roses on the meat? What kind of change are they affecting? What does it make you want to put on fish?
These are great questions. Yeah.
Well,
to answer any of them.
You know, I'm not sure if they're getting their point across, considering, the people that go to buy the meat after just find a rose on their meat.
They're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet, I got free rose.
God sent me to get this.
Yeah, exactly. A free gift with purchase. I mean, so I don't feel like they are getting the correct message across, but
And the cut of meat they were choosing to put the roses on, I thought was interesting. Maybe find the fillets, or at least the.
well, they don't know.
These are the most red meat illiterate people on the planet.
Yeah, right.
They have no idea.
They don't know.
I'm just like, is this store trying to really ramp up the ground beef here?
They're like putting it on hot dogs. It's like, that's not even real.
Yeah.
I don't know if a pig died for this, so you don't need to honor it.
Oh man.
Yeah. What are they protesting impossible meat? A little bit of a gray area.
Ooh.
Because you're still, I don't know. Actually, they might be pro impossible meat.
Yeah, they probably like it. Okay, never. Yeah. So if you're vegan, let us know what you think. The roses, like you said, the people going to buy the beef that day, they were probably just thought the grocery store was doing a nice thing, or
Like, wow,
it
Costco.
was like, what Chick-fil-A worker walked through here, just blessing me today with roses.
Yeah. So now more meat is going to be purchased.
And the roses, because the roses being cut just to be pretty is fine, living thing. Cows are, I would argue that roses are smarter than cows.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Even though a cow has a brain and a rose doesn't.
I think a cow has 8 brains.
That's right. They have 8 brains.
I believe. It's either that or 8 stomachs. I think 8 brains.
No, you know what you're thinking? It's 8 lives. So that's part of it too. Cows, we shouldn't feel, why don't we kill cats more?
That's
They
true.
got all these lives.
They have 9 lives, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Me, Myself, and Irene with Jim Carrey?
No.
Because that cow did have 8 lives. Very funny scene. They run over a cow and it's still kind of alive. So Jim Carrey's a police officer. He has a gun already on him, and he's like, this isn't gonna be pretty, but we should probably put it out of its misery. And so he shoots the cow in the head. He's like, whew, okay. And then he walks away, and the cow's like,
Just shooting. He's like, oh my God.
He's like, keeps shooting it, and it won't die. So then he starts wrestling it. He's like, got it in a headlock. He's got his fingers up its nostrils, trying to so that cow really did have 8 lives.
That's funny. Katie, we're watching that tonight.
All right.
I'm very excited. What was this, Derek?
Jesse Waters had a vegan on one of his episodes.
What we put on our bodies, the things we buy and put in our households, are fundamentally political acts.
Okay.
Right? The personal is political.
Okay. So
I'm having a steak right now because I'm
Perfect.
starving.
I hear you. I wish I could have half of that, but this doesn't look vegan, and I'm trying to be vegan.
You're a vegan?
It's really hard because I don't know if I told you I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay.
And cheese was like one of my favorite things.
Dude,
See,
that steak does
that
look
looks
good.
pretty good. That's a little rare, medium
Pretty
rare.
Yeah.
Is
Got
this
some nice dead animal?
Look,
dead
he's
cow
ticked
hanging on
actually.
your
He's like,
fork.
God, this
Is
would be
this-
such a rare steak.
bad that I'm eating meat?
If you go hunting, that's a totally different story, right? The blood's on your hands. Right now, you're kind of just enjoying the benefit, and the blood's on someone else's hands, and that's not very fair.
What if they want
Wait, where was she going with that?
to raise cattle?
Oh, totally. But the idea of killing and taking a life, that we should really deeply consider what that means for us as human beings. You know, people have said you should judge a society by how it treats their animals. And we, you know, it'd be great if we had universal health care for our animals.
Universal health care
Now
for
we're
animals.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we gotta keep playing this.
Really? Because we're
go.
$20
I got some
trillion
money.
in debt.
I got some money. I got this
Do you
nice
care
mug.
more about people or animals?
I care about our world, and I think in order for us to achieve a more sustainable future, particularly regarding what's happening with climate change, we need to figure out how the 7.6 billion of us on this planet can be good neighbors. And we're really bad at being good
Sink
neighbors.
your
right now.
trash.
Okay, so like, why should I be a good
you think-
neighbor
I
to a
think she'd agree.
squirrel?
Well, you don't have to worry about, if you don't want to worry too much about the squirrel right now, the squirrel's part of nature, right? If you keep killing nature,
Well, it's
what's
trying to be
gonna
a part of
happen
my
to us,
attic.
Right? If we as
Screw the
people
squirrels.
keep killing nature.
All
Me
right, I
too,
think we're
right? Like I still eat cheese.
I feel like we need to go and watch that later. Though.
That was excellent. Universal healthcare with animals felt like a out of left field. That was pretty, I felt like I was like, well, she likes the animals, and then she went there. I was like, whoa. And I like how it's because I hate birds, and I have a bird problem. And when I was looking this up, we all know that the recties know this. Birds, you can't just kill birds. It's actually illegal. But rats, they're basically, I swear Amazon, like, you could buy rat, like, torture mechanisms. Like, hang it up by its tail.
They're begging you.
Oh, we'd love to kill rats. And then rats were like, there's only 4 tigers left. Like, well, there's 40 million rats, and we're paying people to kill them. These animals are too good at this. Why are the beautiful, majestic animals so bad at living? And they're dying so easily. The polar bears, cool animal. Those things are sadly dying.
Yeah.
They're getting hunted.
I've got 60,000 sparrows on my street. None of us want that. Let's talk about it.
I don't know.
That got me fired up.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this today. I don't really know what my stance is. I think it looked fun to eat a steak in a suit. That looked fun.
Dude,
that looked classy.
For whatever reason, that looked really good.
That was quite the move, though. She just like he just kept eating it. It wasn't just like a one bite for show thing. He was like, I actually am gonna eat this whole steak.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to provoke her. Universal healthcare for animals is an interesting premise. I mean, like what? Like who is like fighting for like cows need a lower deductible?
Right.
And, like,
I'm so confused.
Who pays it? And like, what is the like? Is there a negotiation? Does
The
like,
mother mortality rate of iguanas is far too high.
like progressive commercials for animals, or like Flo gets involved?
It's funny. It's just what a jump, because there's still a lot of people who don't really care if humans have it. So I don't. Let's maybe do the humans first.
I'm also confused by her stance on like it's okay if you personally kill the animal, but it's not okay if someone else kills it for you.
Right.
But it's like also, but your whole purpose is like we shouldn't kill animals.
She's an advocate for hard work, really. She doesn't appreciate laziness. And I'll tell you what I would like to hear. I want to hear her and Michael Gordon talking. I want to hear them talk chickens and see what they think. She's like, I don't think we should kill chickens. He's like, well, one bit me. What do you think about that?
And now I'm a superhero. So
I don't have health care.
what do we think about that?